This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/butterscotch.
Andy Walker here with Butterscotch.com, here at the Panasonic booth at CES 2011. Hey, you've seen apps on a mobile device, on a tablet. Well, why not put apps on your television? I'm here with Greg from Panasonic. You guys have app-enabled your televisions and opened it up to third-party developers, right?
Yeah, we're headed that direction. You know, previously we had what we call Viera Cast, and that allowed us to have partnerships with like Netflix, Bloomberg, Picasa, those type of applications. But those were kind of like we had to go out and cultivate those. But what we're seeing over in like the cell phone market, you know, there's Android and iOS, and people are developing these applications which you could run, and the customers creating their own experience. Whether it's entertainment, hobbies, interest, work, whatever.
Sure.
So by transitioning from what we call Viera Cast to Viera Connect, we're basically following a similar type of situation where you're a developer, you think you have something that's going to be of interest to people, develop it. We look at it and say, hey, this looks good, and we'll upload it to our Viera Connect marketplace.
Right.
Then the user can just go and select those applications and such that appeal to them. And it could be, health and fitness. You can do things that, track your training, your, body mass index if you're trying to get in shape. We even have an application that works with a treadmill.
Oh, really?
And what you do is you say, hey, I may live in California, but I live in Los Angeles. I want to run to San Francisco. So what you say is you map out on like Google Maps this route.
Yeah.
And then what happens is that as you start running down the road, it is showing you the data, the street data. So you're running down the street in San Francisco. And it also has the incline data of the road, so you could be running uphill as you're going uphill and running downhill. So it completely enhances the experience. And so whether it's that or our blood pressure monitors, or if you want to play games, you can do gaming without a console on the TVs.
Does this cost money?
The service is free with the TV. Now, different types of applications, just like on other platforms. Some are going to be free, some may be paid, and some may be pay per services, because like we're partnering with all the major league sports like NBA, NHL, MLS, and like with soccer, in the United States, it's not quite as popular as in other areas of the world. So if you're a big soccer fan, you have a local team that you like to keep up with, sometimes it's harder to find them. But with the MLS app, you can go see old games, nude games. It's all accessible directly through their application.
Right.
So it becomes like you have like the NFL ticket on DirecTV. Well, you might be able to do that with the other sports and be able to see things that you wouldn't normally see.
So what about so this is Viera Connect's available on all of your televisions? Is that correct?
Well, we'll have internet connectivity on everything, but only our 3D TVs will support the new Viera Connect marketplace.
Oh, I got it. Okay, right. What about, you said something about before, tablet connectivity to the television. Can you explain that?
Well, tablets seem to be the rage here at the show.
Sure.
And so Panasonic caught wind of this, and we thought, hey, maybe this is something that we can use to enhance the user experience. So we're showing a 10-inch, a 7-inch, and a 4-inch, tablet, what we call the Viera tablets. And what it is it runs Android, so you can run all the Android apps, you can search the internet, and all that from the tablet.
Right.
But when you're in the living room, it also has access to the Viera Connect marketplace.
Oh, I see. Right.
So I'll be able to access those same apps, those same services that I'm getting on my TV, and now it becomes more of a portable device around the house.
Right.
So let's say I'm sitting there and I'm in the kitchen and I start a movie on Netflix or maybe Amazon VOD. I go and sit down on my couch and it's like, well, why am I watching a 10-inch tablet? I have a 65-inch TV.
Right.
Push the application and you flick the video, and next thing you know, it shows up on that 65-inch TV.
Incredible.
And I could even be searching forward and backwards ahead on the movie while it's running, so it runs concurrent on both devices.
Could I pause it on my television, take my tablet into the bathroom, and...
Well, I wouldn't say that, but if that works for you, that's perfect. That's where you do your best watching.
That's where I do my best watching, exactly. Oh, that's awesome. That's very good. So where can we find out more information about both of these things?
Well, of course, www.panasonic.com.
Greg, thank you so much.
Always a great place. Thanks for stopping by.
All right. There you go. That's what's up for Panasonic with the app-enabled televisions at Panasonic.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/butterscotch.